Hello everyone, welcome to Paradise Wildlife Park. My name's Joanna and today I'm going to be telling you all about what it's like to be a penguin keeper here. So we're going to head up to the penguin enclosure if you want to follow me up there. So one of the first things we do when we get up here in the morning is to check our CCTV cameras. It's really crucial so we can check on how our penguins are doing without being too intrusive and having to go in the nest boxes. You'll see we've got a couple of the cameras on the nest boxes themselves and then a couple of cameras out on the enclosure so that we can check on the penguins out there. One of the things we use the cameras for is to monitor our lovely chicks. So you can see the chicks having a little snooze in the nest box there. And like I said, just means we can check on them without having to go and disturb them every single time. So they can keep snoozing away in the nest box. Penguins get fed 3 times a day. We're just getting their breakfast ready. Breakfast is obviously the most important meal of the day. So we've just weighed out just over 1 kilo of fish. They go through anywhere between sort of 3 and 5 kilos of fish a day. We feed them on sprat mainly. But what we're going to do before we go and feed them is put their pills in their fish. So every day our penguins get sort of like basically a multivitamin for penguins. So we're just going to pop them in the fish and get them ready for everyone to have this morning. So now that's all ready to go. We can go out and see the penguins. We'll see if they're waiting for us by the door. Let's have a look. Morning gang. Want these. So as you can see, they're all nice and keen for their breakfast this morning. It's a good opportunity for us to have a nice close look at them, just check them all over, make sure they're all okay. So once our penguins have had their breakfast, we come out here and start unlocking our penguin habitat and getting it all opened up for the public so they can come and see our lovely penguins. So here at Paradise, we like to keep everything nice and spotless for our visitors. So what we're going to do is get our windows nice and clean so the visitors can see our lovely penguins. So when we're feeding our penguins, you can see some of them like to be a little bit cheeky and come right up to my feet and take the fish from my hands. Others aren't so keen, so they like to eat in the pool, so we'll chuck some in the pool for them too. Usually around this time of year, our penguin pairs are starting to settle down and have some chicks. So a really important part of our day, and also one of my favourite parts of the day, is to go and check our chicks and make sure they're nice and healthy. But this is where our lovely Albert and Kiki have their chicks. This is a Kiki we've got on the nest here. She's looking after the chicks today. So what we're looking for when we come around and check the chicks is just making sure they generally look nice and healthy, no obvious injuries, anything like that, making sure they're nice and active and alert. So these chicks are now about a month old, so we've got the 2 of them in here. You'll see when you have a look at them, they are still in their baby fluff, so they'll stay fluffy until they're about 3 months or so when they'll start to get their waterproof feathers. The bigger one is actually just about starting to get the waterproof feathers through, which is really exciting. But Mum and Dad will look after the chicks. The chicks will start venturing out once they get their waterproof feathers and go and explore their enclosure and have a look around. Mum's quite hungry today, she's having a lot of fish, so the parents actually regurgitate the fish for their chicks, so it's important that they're getting lots of nice tasty food to keep those chicks nice and chubby and healthy. So now it's time to clean our penguin habitat. Might not seem like the most fun job in the world, but actually we quite enjoy it. Getting it all nice and clean for our lovely penguins to ruin again. So I've got my deck scrubber, I've got my jet wash. Let's get cleaning. I hope they appreciate what I'm doing this morning. One of the most rewarding parts of the job that we do is getting to educate the public about the importance of all the species we have here. So our African penguins are actually an endangered species out in the wild, so it's really, really important that we teach people about why they're threatened. So the threats in the wild for these guys include things like overfishing, climate change and egg poaching as well. So we like to educate people and tell them how they can help and how we can help out as zookeepers as well. And one of the really good ways of doing that, getting our message across, is doing our animal talks. So we've got a penguin talk to do. Pop this on and let's go. So we're just giving the penguins their final feed of the day. I hope you guys have enjoyed learning a little bit about what it's like to be a penguin keeper here at Paradise Wildlife Park.